gonna be the very best, like no one ever was.
Hey, what's up? It's William from Rocket Zero, and welcome to another Pokemon Pixel Art tutorial. In this video, we're going to be building Graveler, Pokemon number 75 on the Pokédex. Now, for this rock type, we're going to be using some gray wool, black, light gray, and then some white wool. So we're going to begin with 4 blocks of our black wool. So let's line up, and here we go. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Then what we're going to do next is that right here, we're going to add a gray wool, then a black, a gray wool, and 2 black wool. So make sure you guys have this for the foundation of your Graveler. Then what we're going to do next is that starting right here, we're going to place 5 black wools moving towards the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then right here, we're going to add an additional 3. So 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to place a black, a gray, and a black with 2 more black wools above this gray. Now, every so often, we're going to be taking a little break just like we did there, so you guys have an opportunity to hit pause. Just in case you need a little bit of extra building time, feel free to stop the video whenever you need to. So now let's continue by placing 2 gray wools with 2 black wools on the right, 2 black wools on the top, and then 2 more gray wools in this little, like, area. Then we're going to place a black, a gray, and a black. And on top of each of those 2 black wools that we just added, we're going to go ahead and add an additional 2 gray wools, just like that. And then on this left side, we're going to go 1, 2 with a block on the top, then 1, 2 in the middle here. And then over here, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and a block on the top. So I know this is kind of confusing because it looks like just a bunch of blocks thrown together at random. But at the end, when it all comes together, it's going to make sense. Alright, so now over here, we're going to go ahead and add 2 black wools with a gray, a black, and a gray. I'm sorry, a light gray. Then we're going to go up by 2 black wools, add a light gray. And on the left, we're going to add 2 gray wools and a gray wool on the top. Then we're going to go ahead and add 3 black wools on the right. 1, 2, 3. With 2 light grays and 2 black wools. Then over here, we're going to add 3 black wools, and we're going to do something kind of fun here. What we're going to do is that we are going to grab our light gray wool, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. That wasn't really that fun, but whatever. We're just going to do that. And then on the top here, we're going to add 3 black wools, a diagonal black wool, and then 2 more black wools going towards the left. So let's take a little step back. This is what we have so far. I would definitely recommend to maybe stop the video here if you need to. It's a great little stopping point. Now we're going to add 1 gray wool here, 2 on the top, and then 1 in this corner. Because we're going to need to grab our light gray wool, and then on this side, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then up here, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we can break out our black wool because we're going to place 2 black wools on the top, 2 black wools on the side. And then over here, we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to go ahead and place 2 black wools with 4 black wools on the bottom starting in this little corner. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're gonna do kind of a weird shape. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3. And then we're gonna place a light gray wool, and below this light gray wool, we're gonna go down by 3 black wools and place 1 black wool in the middle. And this is gonna be a gap. We're not gonna put anything in it. That's just gonna be an empty block. Then we're gonna add a gray wool with a black wool on the bottom and 2 gray wools to the right. Then we're going to add 2 light gray wools with 2 gray wools on the right and 1 on the top. So this is what we have so far. Pause it if you need to. We're now going to start working a little more on this side. So let's get to work. Let's go down here. And actually, let me take a step back because I don't know if I gave you guys enough time to actually pause it if you wanted to. So maybe use this time to take a little break if you want to. Alright, so down here, what we're going to do is that we're going to add 2 light gray wools and an additional light gray wool here with a gray on the top. Then, to the right, we're going to go up by 3 gray wools and place a light gray wool on the top. And then we're going to go up by 4 gray wools on the right and 1 more gray wool here. Over here, we are going to add 3 gray wools with 3 light gray wools on the top. Then we're going to add 3 black wools with a light gray wool on the right. And then 2 black wools on the top. We're going to go back down here. We're going to add 1 black, 2 grays, and 2 black wools on the bottom and 2 black wools on the left. Then we're going to add 3 black wools with another 3 gray wools. We're going to add 2 light gray wools in this section with a black on the left. And on top of this black, we're going to add 2 gray wools and 2 light gray wools. Then we're going to place 2 black wools here on the left and on the right. 1, 2. Now starting on top of this particular gray wool, we're going to go ahead and place 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to add a gray wool above this 2 black wools, and then on the left, we're going to go up by 2. We're going to go up by 2 on the top, and on the right, we're going to go up by 2. So let's take a step back because this part's really confusing. This is actually probably one of the most confusing Pokemon builds because there's so many of the same colors, but they're like all thrown together. Because, I don't know, it's really tough, so. If you have to rewind, maybe to go back and redo something, don't feel bad because it's really confusing. And if you nail it on your first try, well then, congrats, because this is really tough. Alright, then we're going to grab our light gray wool, and we're going to place 2 light gray wools with 2 black wools on the left. And then on this section on the right, what we're going to do is that we're going to place 2 gray wools. We're going to break out our white, and we're going to go up by 2 white wools. Make sure you have this like gaggle of blocks just the way it needs to be. Then we're also going to add a black with a gray on the top, and that's going to be his eye, or one of his eyes. The other one we're going to build later in the video. What we are going to focus on now is that we're going to go up by 2, move to the right, and go up by 2 again. Then we're gonna grab our light gray wool. We're gonna place 2 blocks with a black on the top and 3 black wools on the right. Then we're gonna place 2 diagonal light gray wools with 2 black wools and 2 black wools on the right of each of those 2 diagonal light gray wools. Almost couldn't speak. Then over here, we're gonna add a light gray wool, a gray on the top, then 2 light gray wools, 2 gray wools, and 1 more gray wool. Then we're also gonna add a light gray wool and a gray wool on the right of that light gray wool. Now over here, we're gonna add 1 black wool, and then to the right of it, we're gonna go down by 3. 1, 2, 3. And then on this side, we're gonna add 1, 2, 3 again. We're gonna place 2 light gray wools, 1, 2, and then below those 2 light gray wools, we're gonna place 3 black wools in this particular shape. Then we're gonna have 2 diagonal gray wools with a black in the middle. So 2 diagonal gray wools and then a black right here. Now to the left of this 3 black wools, we're gonna add 2 white wools and 3 black wools with a white in the corner. And that's gonna be his other eye. But we still need to add a little more detail, so we're gonna add a gray wool and then another 3 gray wools going up on the left side. So let's take a step back. This is what we have so far. All these empty blocks we're gonna fill in at the end of the video, except for this one, because that's what helps it tell apart that it's like an arm. So this is what we have so far. We only have 1 more arm to do and the top of his face, so we're almost there, almost at the finish line. Only gonna sprint for a little bit longer. So let's go ahead and start doing that, because we are going to add 4 light gray wools right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then again, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're going to add 4. You're going to skip a block and add another 4. Then on the top right over here, we're going to go 1, 2, 3 with 3 black wools on the top and a black wool on the left. Now this part is also confusing. Pretty much everything in this guy is confusing, but this part maybe a little more so. So we're gonna have to pay extra double attention, because this is what we're gonna do. We are going to grab our gray wool. We're gonna add 1 gray wool here, and then 3 gray wools on the top. So just so you guys know where to do it, you see this 1 black wool, you're gonna place a gray wool on the left and then 3 on the top. Then we're gonna place 1 additional black wool, and I just want to make sure that, because before when I built that one, I kind of added it in this area and it messed it all up. You gotta add it here, so I just want to make sure you guys place it precisely where it needs to be. Now we're gonna add 3 black wools moving towards the left here, then 2 black wools moving towards the left, and then 3 black wools moving towards the left. Now we're going to grab our light gray wool, because in this area we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to follow that up by 3 black wools. And then a gray and a black. 4 black wools starting here on top of this gray. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then an additional black wool on the top here. On this side, we're going to add 2 gray wools, a black on the left, and 3 black wools on the top. So let's take a step back because this area is confusing. So I just want to make sure that everybody has a chance to build it precisely. If I am taking way too many breaks throughout the video, just let me know. But I really want to make sure that everybody gets a chance to build it. I don't want to have anybody like leave angry because they're confused they couldn't get it. So if it's really simple, I'm sorry. Alright, then we're going to add 1, 2, 3, 4 light gray wools in this particular shape. There's a lot of this. There's one here, here. There's like here and here. There's a lot of them. Then we're going to add 2 black wools on the top and 4 black wools here on the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to grab our gray wool and we're going to place 3 gray wools with a black on the right. Then we're going to grab our gray wool again and we're going to go down by 3. 1, 2, 3. With an additional block on the right. And then finally 2 more black wools, and there we go. This area is complete. Maybe just one little last stopping point here if you guys need it. And then the final step is just going to be to grab your light gray wool and just fill in this little rock type. But make sure to leave this little square empty because it's going to help us tell apart the arms. So nothing goes here, but everything else, go ahead and fill it in with your light gray wool. So now let me take a step back so you can see both of the Pokemons. So you can see how you need to fill it in. So while you guys fill it in, I'm going to start saying my goodbyes. So thank you so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, please hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you haven't so you can stay up to date with all our newest videos. Tell your friends about us to help us grow this channel. And as always, thank you so much for watching. And we'll see you next time.
Catch them is my real test. To train them is my call.